Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. You are joining us in video 5 of a 6-part summer sketch series. If you haven't seen the first 4 videos in this series, check them out. They're linked below in the description on YouTube, or if you're watching on the blog, you'll be able to use the quick links that are embedded below the video. We are working our way through 6 shortcut card sketches. These shortcut card sketches are available to print out from the blog. You can download a PDF and print it, but for a limited edition, we're making the shortcut card sketch binders. And the binder is 6 shortcut card sketches on laminated cards bound together for you in the binder. So we're going to do shortcut card sketch number 1 today. These laminated cards are a great place to jump in, give you the confidence to just jump in and craft. I like to use my binder for not just the shortcut card sketches, but I add these thin page protectors to the binder where I can put project sheets that have other ideas, other ways that I've used the shortcut card sketch. Sometimes I use these pages to hold the materials for projects that are in process. So we have done shortcut card sketch number 2 and shortcut card sketch number 3 in the series. Next week we're going to debut the brand new shortcut card sketch number 4. We've done shortcut card sketch number 5 and 6. So of the 6 card sketches, all but 4 is public. We'll be back next week with shortcut card sketch number 4. You can get the binder as part of our paper sampler. We have an open-ended paper sampler right now. You can get 13 paper samples from the 2023-2024 annual Stampin' Up! Catalog. And when you get a paper sampler from Kitchen Table Stamper, this is what it's gonna look like. We do 6x6 pages, and we pack them up in kind of a big 6x12 brick. When you get them, you'll want to, we always include a handmade thank you card whenever, and we'll do that for as long as we possibly can. There will be a video for that one. Everybody keeps asking. When you get your papers, just flip them over, and then when you flip them over, you'll have your information about each of the paper samples. So the name of the paper sample, the item number, the price, the coordinating colors, and where to get more. And they're all divided by those cards. So with that information. Now today we are going to be using the Stargazing Designer Series paper. So let's grab the Stargazing Designer Series paper and shortcut card sketch number 1. All right, so here is our Stargazing sample. We can put the rest of this back together. And we're going to choose some Designer Series paper. Let me show you this one. I love these samplers. You get a little bit of everything. You'll get 2 sheets of each sample. Isn't that cool? And we're going to go with this lemon lime twist with the bubbles. And we're going to do some little accent pieces from the blueberry bushel with the stars and the pumpkin pie with bubbles. All right, so we've got our Stargazing Designer Series paper, our shortcut card sketch number 1, and this is our card. We're going to start this card with a basic gray card base. That's layer A. I've got 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And go ahead and run a bone folder over that. Now, if you'd like to get the shortcut card sketches, the binder, and the paper sampler, I can email you links to register. Just email Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com and request those links. I can't put this product in the store because it is a sampler. You've got to ask me for the links and then I send them to you. So you can definitely still get involved with our paper sampler and get this binder. All right, so my next layer is layers B through E, can be cardstock or Designer Series paper. So I'm doing B, D, and E out of Designer Series paper. So B, 5 by 2 1/4. That's my lemon lime layer. And then C, I'm going to do a die cut. Got a basic white a regular hexagon here. We cut this one using the second from the largest of the nested essentials dies. So there's B and then C. Now D is 3 3/4 by 3/4. I'm using this blueberry bushel star paper. And then E is 4 by 1/2 inch. And we're using the orange bubble pattern for that. All right, let's go ahead and stamp our background and get those layers glued down. I'm using the Level Complete stamp set today. I just love this stamp set. I think it's really great for all the gamers in your life, male or female. And you've got your birthday, congratulations, achievement unlocked and leveled up. So a great way to say good job. But I also like this sentiment too. It says, when it feels like game over, always choose play again. And I really like that. I think that there's a lot of young people in your life. And if you think about it, there might be some that are struggling in your life. And so it's just kind of a encouraging sentiment, I think, to use. And the 3 little hearts that usually represent lives in the games, but also just have that, you know, your loved feeling. So that's what we're going for with this, is an encouragement for young people in your life. I'm going to stamp my background with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I took the, you know, the game controls, the buttons, the words and the hearts, and put them on the same block, just kind of staggered like this. And we're going to stamp off the edge. So let me protect my work surface, and we're going to start in the upper left, kind of off the corner here, and that one's going to get the whole party started. Then from there we'll put some hearts up here, and then repeat and fill in and then I'll go down here and I'll work in this corner a little bit. How do I want to do it? It's just going to work like a puzzle, so just keep filling in. You don't have to go all the way to the center. All right, and then across the top I'll put one, and then work down from there. All right, I think I like that. Let's cover this up and glue on our layers. Now, the first layers I want to glue are my B layer. I want to put that one on the card. And I'm going to put this little guy so that we have an equal top, right, and bottom border. Then I'm going to dry fit my hexagon. And then I'm going to put my Designer Series paper pieces. And I'm going to glue them only to the hexagon. Let me get that where I like it, because you're not going to glue this one down quite yet. Now what that is going to do is allow you a place, clear place where you can stamp your greeting. So just move that over for the side, grab your Memento ink again and your greeting, and now we can stamp the greeting with a smooth background. Had you glued it down and then stamped it, you'd have this lump under your shape, and if something went wrong, you wouldn't be able to just lift off these Designer Series paper pieces and stamp again. So I like to get the sentiment on the card with as little risk as possible. And all we're risking right now is still that white piece. All right, good. All right, when it feels like game over, always choose play again. Not bad. All right, let's get these now glued on. Little liquid glue, and right back where you dry fit it. Looks pretty good. Now we can set aside and do some of our other little bits. I'm going to need a little more glue here. There we go. I'm going to emboss this game controller. So let's switch our ink to Versamark. I've got some basic black cardstock and embossing buddy. And I'm going to just very lightly swipe over the black cardstock with the embossing buddy, and that will move any static. It'll remove the static, and it will remove any like oily fingerprints or any residue where the embossing powder will stick. I'm going to ink my controller with Versamark. Let's get our embossing powder ready. And stamp the controller in Versamark ink. Give all those details a second to transfer there. Walk your fingers around. It's kind of a big stamp on a complete image. And then I'm going to put my controller into this little container. I always transfer my embossing powder into one of these little containers. Because I'm doing such a big piece, I'll work over my grid paper. But most of the embossing powder stays right in the container. It never leaves the container. But any little sprinkle that we didn't quite get, right back in. See? No mess embossing. I love that. You can pick up these little containers all over the place at your discount stores. That makes such a big difference when you're embossing. All right, let's heat this and melt the powder. I love that. How simple is that? That crisp white line. Let's cut it out. I'm going to just fussy cut with a little tiny black edge just past the white line. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and bring another bit of basic black cardstock here. You've got the inked and tiled, the punch pack. We're going to use this kind of, I don't know, star shape one. Punch one of those. All right, we need a little bit here for our hearts and our little +1 life. I'm going to stamp with Memento ink. I need my little grid paper here because I'm going to keep my background together for now. And so I'm just going to ink the whole thing, just stamp off the edge. There's a little hearts and the little +1. Now I want to make sure that my +1 is really dark. I'm stamping it with Memento ink and I want a nice dark +1. So I'm just going to pop it on my Stamparatus here so that I can ink, stamp, ink, repeat if necessary. All right, there's our +1, nice and dark. I've got a 3/4 inch circle punch. I'm going to punch that little guy out. And now let's color those hearts. This is a Poppy Parade Stampin' Blend. I think it's dark. Yep, dark Poppy Parade. And just do a quick little fill. And let's fussy cut those guys. Now I'm going to fussy cut the whole row, keep them all together. There's no sense in trying to reassemble. So just cut them out as one piece. All right, there's our hearts. Now this little banner piece here, we're going to mat that in this black star. And to get this little banner, I cut pumpkin pie cardstock with the large, long banner from Stylish Shapes. Then I'm going to pop it in my paper trimmer and cut 1 5/8. So you can get 2 of these little banner pieces out of one. Let's cut that off. So it's just a little bit less than half. Let's bring our card base back in here and get some dimensionals. I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of my controller here. Oh, it would be perfect for black dimensionals here. I should have grabbed those. And then a little bit, I've got an edge strip here from the minis, which will be perfect on the back of my heart. Look how perfect that is. And we can peel and place these. And our controller. Ha. Love. Now I've got the In Color Baker's Twine combo pack here, 2022-2024 In Color Baker's Twine, and I am going to pull the Starry Sky. We're going to wrap around this pumpkin pie piece. So you want a good 6 inches, and then wrap 1, 2, 3 times and tie a knot in the bow. So cute. Cut away from the roll, and then let's give our bow a little finesse. Then once you got it kind of lying the way you like it, then we'll add a little glue above and below the twine, mat it on this crazy shape. I kind of liked this. I thought it felt like video games. And then we're going to take the whole shape and add that to the card. And last step is our little +1 guy. There it is. When it feels like game over, always choose play again. What do you think? That's our shortcut card sketch number 1. And it is part 5 in our 6-part series. If you've got any questions about the project, the shortcut card sketches, our awesome shortcut card sketch binder that is included with our paper sampler, make sure you reach out. Email me, marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. And to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.